Is Lance Stroll about to get the boot? Is his dad's influence finally starting to wear thin? Will he be able to turn things around after a run of bad form and bad luck? Let's find out. Welcome back to F1 Sparks, where you get your dose of spark from the thrilling world of Formula One. From podium finishes to perplexing struggles, Lance Stroll's recent races have left fans and pundits alike wondering, is it time to move on from Formula One to something else? Perhaps get an MBA at Columbia University? Stay tuned as we analyse the factors involved, the pressures of racing for a team owned by his own father, and the burning questions surrounding the future of this pay driver. But before we get started, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe button, and turn on notifications to stay up to date on the inside world of Formula One. Lance Stroll, a name that's synonymous with promise and potential, burst onto the Formula One scene with a bang. But before we get to the recent stuff, let's rewind to the start of his extraordinary career. Lance Stroll's journey to Formula One was nothing short of impressive. He dominated the junior racing circuits, winning the Italian F4 Championship in 2014 and the Toyota Racing Series Championship in 2015. And in 2016, he took home the FIA European Formula 3 Championship, making it clear that he was a rising star in the world of motorsport. But here's the thing that sets Stroll apart from many young talents. He had the backing of the prestigious Ferrari Driver Academy from 2010 to 2015. Being associated with Ferrari at such a young age is a big deal. It showed that Stroll had the talent and potential to advance in the sport. Fast forward to 2017, a year that marked a significant milestone in Lance Stroll's career. He joined the Williams team as a rookie, and what he achieved in his first season was nothing short of remarkable. The highlight of his early career came at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix in 2017. Stroll managed to secure a podium finish, becoming the second youngest driver ever to finish an F1 race on the podium during his rookie season. It was an historic moment for him and a testament to his talent. After that promising rookie season, Stroll's career took a different turn. Unfortunately, Williams was going through some challenging times in terms of competitiveness. That's an understatement. During his time at Williams, Stroll faced numerous challenges, including a car that struggled to keep up with the frontrunners. Despite his best efforts and flashes of brilliance, Stroll couldn't manage to secure another podium finish during his time with Williams. It must have been frustrating for him, being a talented driver but not having the machinery to consistently compete at the top. In 2019, Lance Stroll made the transition to the Racing Point team, previously known as Force India, following its acquisition by a consortium led by his father, Lawrence Stroll. This marked the beginning of his father's influence on the team, which would later culminate in substantial investments in 2020. His debut season with the team had its share of challenges and highlights, including his first points at the Australian Grand Prix and a notable performance at the German Grand Prix, where he narrowly missed a podium finish. Despite these promising moments, he concluded the season in 15th place in the Drivers' Championship, facing stiff competition from his teammate Sergio Perez. As the 2020 season rolled in, Stroll continued his journey with Racing Point, and it was during this year that his father's significant investments began to shape the team's future. Notably, he secured his first pole position at the Turkish Grand Prix, becoming the first Canadian F1 driver to do so in over 2 decades. However, a series of retirements, including a dramatic flip at the Bahrain Grand Prix and clashes on the track, hindered his consistency. Nevertheless, Stroll's perseverance shone through as he closed the season on a high note with a podium finish at the Sakhir Grand Prix, ending the year in the 11th spot in the Drivers' Championship and contributing significantly to Racing Point's overall points tally. Fast forward to 2021, and Lance Stroll found himself at Aston Martin, which was exciting news. The team had gone through a rebranding, and there was renewed hope for Stroll's career, especially given his father's significant involvement in the team. With his dad's substantial investment in Aston Martin, it was a new chapter for him, and fans had high expectations. However, his performance in recent years hasn't quite lived up to those expectations. In the current season, Lance Stroll is sitting at number 10 in the drivers' standings with just 47 points, and there's not a single win or podium finish to his name. When the current season started, Aston Martin launched their AMR23 with a potent display of power and innovation, setting the stage for a potentially stellar Formula One season. This formidable machine boasted a host of upgrades, including an enhanced floor, meticulous tweaks to the bodywork behind the side pod inlets, and a sleek new engine cover. These changes signified more than just a cosmetic facelift. They marked a fundamental shift in Aston Martin's design philosophy. Taking cues from the success stories of teams like Red Bull and Ferrari, they transformed the AM23 into a more aggressive and aerodynamically refined beast, all with the aim of elevating performance to new heights. But it's in this season that Lance Stroll and Aston Martin faced a real test. Despite the significant upgrades and the presence of seasoned teammates like Sebastian Vettel and Fernando Alonso, the results have been a mixed bag for Stroll and the team. While Alonso has consistently showcased his skill and determination, he hasn't always been able to fully capitalise on the AMR23's potential. The competition in Formula One is fierce, and extracting every ounce of performance from a complex machine like the AMR23 is a challenge. So, during this season, Alonso and Aston Martin find themselves at a respectable 4th place in the driver and constructor standings, suggesting that there is untapped potential waiting to be harnessed for the remainder of the season. So, for more insights into Lance Stroll's performance and the unique challenges he faces, let's dive deeper into his journey in Formula One. Now, let's not forget that in 2022 he finished the season in 15th place with only 18 points. In 2021 it was in 13th place with just 34 points. So, in 3 seasons, no podiums. It's a tough spot for sure. And to make matters more challenging, Stroll suffered a cycling accident before the 2023 season, causing injuries, including fractures in both wrists and a broken toe. Despite the injuries, he made a comeback but reported lingering pain from his wrists, which affected his driving. It's not easy when you're not at your physical best in a sport as demanding as Formula One. Lance Stroll's journey in Formula One is a high-stakes adventure with a unique twist. His father, Lance Stroll, is not just any businessman. He's a heavyweight in the automotive world. In early 2020, Lawrence orchestrated a massive $235.6 million investment in Aston Martin, making him the executive chairman of the iconic car company. And, as told earlier in this video, this move triggered a seismic shift in Formula One. Lance's Formula One team, Racing Point, underwent a remarkable transformation and emerged as the Aston Martin team. However, this advantage has also cast an intense spotlight on Lance's performance. In Formula One, where success is measured in fractions of a second and championship points are hard-earned treasures, expectations are sky-high. Every race becomes a litmus test of Lance's abilities, and the pressure to deliver results is colossal. It's a delicate tightrope walk between family support and the merciless nature of professional racing. Lance Stroll stands at a crossroads, facing the daunting challenge of proving his worth on the track to secure his future in Formula One. So, Lance Stroll isn't just battling the other drivers on the track, he's shouldering the responsibility of upholding the reputation of Aston Martin in the high-octane world of Formula One. It's a double challenge, one on the racetrack and another in the boardroom. So, Lance Stroll lives a high-stakes, high-speed life where every move he makes doesn't just impact his own career, but also shapes the future of an iconic automotive brand. David Crofts, a commentator for Sky Sports F1, has some predictions about Lance Stroll's future. Crofts thinks that Stroll might leave Formula One at the end of the 2024 season to find something that fulfills him more. Crofts has pointed out that Lance has been struggling to match his teammate, Fernando Alonso, with a significant points gap between them this year. That's a critical observation. Alonso is a 2-time world champion, and going up against such a seasoned and successful driver is no easy task. Crofts has also mentioned that Lance Stroll might be losing his motivation, his mojo, as the season progresses. It's a tough sport, and mental strength is just as crucial as physical prowess. Here's what he said. because I think he's losing his mojo. I don't think Formula One was the sport he wanted to go into when he was younger. I mean, he was a massive tennis talent when he was younger, one of the best youngsters in Canada at the time, and I just wonder if he might go off and find something that fulfills him more and brings more excitement to him. I'm not saying he's not enjoying driving in Formula One. I think there are times he is. But I think I look at him sometimes and think, you want to be doing something else, don't you? And talking about Lance Stroll, he said, and I think his dad will realise as chairman as well that it's a business and I need 2 drivers. So if he's not getting the results, I think an easy decision is made. So, what do you think? Is Lance Stroll really struggling, and is his future in Formula One at risk? With his recent performances and David Crofts' predictions, it's a topic worth discussing. But one thing's for sure, Lance Stroll's journey in Formula One has been filled with more valleys than peaks, and seeing how it unfolds from here will be fascinating. And while we're all eager to see him succeed, Formula One is a harsh and unforgiving world. Talent alone isn't always enough. Lance Stroll's journey is a reminder that even the most promising careers can hit bumps in the road. It's all about how you bounce back. And that's a wrap for today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more exciting Formula One content. And remember, the world of Formula One is constantly evolving, and the story of Lance Stroll is just one chapter in this incredible journey. We'll be keeping a close eye on his future and bringing you all the updates. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll catch you in the next one. Until next time, keep your engines revving.